This will by far be the most exciting video I have ever done. So, obviously I realize that financing anything is not an exciting thing whatsoever to talk about. So, way too many people come to me every single day that are so confused about the concept of financing a motorcycle or ATV or really cars or anything like that. Here's the whole thing, right? You want to buy a motorcycle and you don't have a lot of money. You don't have all the cash. Say you want to buy a $5,000 used motorcycle and you don't have all that money. So you have to make payments on it, or you have to finance it if you want to get it. It's not that complicated of a thing, and I just want to clear that up for everybody real quick, okay? So if you're totally not interested, you can click away. It's cool. It's not going to hurt my feelings, but this is for the video for the people that are just not super clear on how the whole financing thing works to make payments on a motorcycle or really anything at all, okay? Let's do it. So here's the thing. You want to buy a motorcycle, you don't have that much money. You need a little bit of credit. Okay, if you've got a really good motorcycle shop, and you're going to have to go to a shop really to do this. I mean, you could go to your own bank or credit union probably, but then you have to go find a motorcycle. It's a lot easier if you do it at a decent motorcycle shop like us or somebody else like that, okay? You're going to go to the shop, you're going to pick out the bike you want to buy, right? You don't have enough cash for it. Say the bike is $5,000, you don't have enough cash for it. You're going to need to finance it, which means they are going to need to take a credit app from you, which is not a scary thing. It's cool. You can fill the credit app out, not a big deal. You're going to put some info down, who you are, where you live, where you work, what you make, what your rent is, okay? They're going to submit that to a bank. If it's a new bike, it'll be a big national bank. If it's a used bike, it's probably going to be like a local bank or a credit union. Credit unions are awesome, by the way. If you get into a credit union, try to do a credit union. They're going to submit you depending on how your credit is. Good credit, bad credit, don't have very much credit, kind of credit. Depending on what your credit is, they're going to get back an approval for you. And the approval is going to be for how many months your loan will be and what your interest rate is on that loan. Your shop can take those two things and plug them in, and they can tell you about what your monthly payments are going to look like. Most of the time, when you're financing a motorcycle, they're going to want to see a little bit of money down. It may not be a whole lot. It may be, you know. I would say average, if you're going to have to finance a motorcycle, count on $500 to $1,000 down. Just count on that. Budget for that ahead of time. You'll save yourself a lot of headache. If you count on $500 to $1,000 down for most like used inexpensive motorcycles, you'll be just fine. If you're looking at a $10,000 motorcycle, okay, if you have bad credit, you might need a little bit more money down than that. But moving on. So that's really it, guys. If you want to buy a motorcycle and you don't have enough money to pay cash for it, you can probably still get it. If you're younger or don't have much credit, it might be a good idea to buy it on financing, because then you're building up some credit history and then you won't have problems financing like cars and houses and things like that in the future. So just a little bit of friendly advice there. You know, pay attention to what your interest rate is. Pay attention to what your payments are and everything. Make sure you can afford it. If someone's trying to pitch you a payment that you just can't afford, tell them, hey man, I just can't afford that payment. So we either need to find a different bank or a different bike or something like that. Don't feel pressured to take it just because, oh, I really want this motorcycle, so I'll take that, you know, $300 payment. If all you can afford is $150 a month, be upfront about that. Hey man, all I can really afford is $150 a month. If you can afford $180 a month, just be upfront. I can't go over $180 a month. If they can get it less than that, great. Be upfront about that. It's going to save you a lot of time and hassle. It's going to save them a lot of time and hassle. And it's going to be way better for the whole situation. So you go to look for a bike. If you don't have the cash, just tell them, hey man, I'm going to need to finance this, so they can do a credit app kind of early and you can get a good idea early on. Be upfront about it. Look, I really can't afford more than this much a month, and I've got this much down max. And you know, $500, $1,000, whatever you can put down, it's going to lower your payments. It's going to be good. So just go ahead and fill out the credit app form. It's not a huge scary thing. Tell them, hey, I can't afford more than this a month, and I can't afford to put more than this down, and just let them go to work for you, okay? Motorcycle interest rates, just so you got your head wrapped around it, you know, we see interest rates anywhere from, you know, like 3 or 4% for really good credit people to 20% for really bad credit people. And if you've got bad credit and you've messed up some in the past, and you've tripped up some, it's nothing to be ashamed about. But you do need to understand you're going to pay a little bit higher interest because you are atoning for the sins of the past. You're making up for mistakes you've made before and showing someone, I can be responsible enough to make this payment so that you won't have to pay the higher interest next time. I hope all this is making sense to you guys. just to recap, if you want to buy a motorcycle, you don't have enough money, you need to finance it. If you want that bike bad enough, you're going to have to finance it. It's not a huge scary thing. I do it. A lot of people do it. Most people buy motorcycles by making payments on them, okay? Just fill out the credit app, trust the finance guy a little bit. If he starts being shady, just go somewhere else. You know, you can usually tell if someone's being cool about it. Trust the finance guy. Tell them up front, I can afford up to this much a month, no more. I can afford this much down, no more. And see what they get back for you. And if you can afford the payment and you can afford the amount down and everything looks on the up and up, then rock and roll right off into the sunset. Enjoy your motorcycle, because that's the point, right? I hope this has made the finance thing a little bit more clear for people on how it works. If not, just put some questions in the comments below and I'll answer them. No problem. I do it all the time. I've been helping finance bikes for years and years and years. So I know it wasn't like a super exciting video, but I just get this question so much that I figured I needed to go camera to face for a few minutes and just kind of explain how this works. So hopefully I helped clear that up for some people out there. Like I said, I don't want anyone to get taken advantage of. If you have any questions whatsoever, I'm always available. I answer my comments really fast, so just put them in the comments below and I will help you guys, okay? That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you guys understand motorcycles, how to buy them, how all that kind of stuff works, because it's what I do and I love to ride and I just want to help you guys, all right? I'm Alex. Subscribe if you dig it. Take it easy.